Derek Leung, Prime MORTAR is a horse that you've had a pretty good record on of late. He's won his last 2 races. He lines up in race 3 on Wednesday night. He's been doing a good job for you and Jimmy Ting.
Yes, well, the horse been very consistent lately, and he still keep improving. And last time, it's good win. You know, the one who be up to Class 3 already, and he have tough win. And this time, he don't have the draw to help him against him, so we just jump, try to get a cover, and we see how it's go.
Do you feel that's quite important to you, a good draw with you? I mean, I know a good draw at Happy Valley is very important always, but how does it affect this horse, do you think? How important is it to him?
Good draw, he can be handy without too much pressure, but if you have the bad draw, you can't watch him too much. He'll be a bit overweight and weak at the end, so you have to be everything good for him.
He's obviously, with winning, climbing up the weights. He's got that extra 7 pounds. I mean, obviously, as we all know, it does get that bit tougher for him. But I guess the fact he's in such good form will certainly count for a lot, won't it?
Yeah, the trainer gave him a little bit short break, so give him more fresh. And he's tiny little horse, so the top weight will be against him too. So we see what happens.
In that 63 days that he has had off, he hasn't had a trial. Is that not a problem to him, do you think? Not a concern for you?
Well, I have the nice easy gallop on 1800 on Monday, so he feel everything is good.
And you mentioned the form last time, beating All Greek to me. The form prior to that, when he beat All Is Good, you had Hoss in 3rd. He's come out and won a couple since as well, so his form is rock solid.
Yeah, in Class 4 he quite a bit outstanding, but the draw and the weight against him, so especially Happy Valley will be huge different.
Angus Chung, Atomic Energy, managed to get his head in front last time out for you, a horse that you know extremely well. I imagine you must have been pleased with the fact that he could finally win at start number 4.
Yeah, last start was very good finish. But found out a little bit excuse for him. That was C+3 cross, and you can see in the turn he didn't turn it very well. But this time will be big cross, so I think that would be the improvement here.
Just obviously the way the race panned out for you. I mean, you were drawn in gate 2. He eventually got flushed out a little bit wider. I guess less than ideal, but he showed a good attitude to go and hit the line well, didn't he?
Yeah, up to the strike, when he struck and get the balance, and he got his ability to have a good sprint, and he's very tough horse as well.
You didn't seemingly have to get too physical with him either, did you? I don't think you were sort of too, you didn't have to resort to the whip or anything like that. He was quite responsive, just hands and heels.
Yeah, say like what I said, he just natural race horse, and he getting the race mood very good right now. So he know what he do. I'm just a little bit concerned in the turn. He might didn't handle very well in Happy Valley, but yeah. When he straightened, when he balanced, he's showing very good ability. Yeah,
he's had a nice bit of practice there. Now, obviously, this race demands a little bit more. You've got G1 Excellent in the race, who's been in very good form, and 1 or 2 others as well. Super Commander's a horse that can show plenty of pace. How do you assess the race on paper, looking at it ahead of Wednesday night? Where does he sort of sit from gate 5, do you think?
Well, I try to get to the pace as close as I can. So I will be trying to see first 4. Super Command probably will lead. But yeah, hopefully he hit the line strong like last time.
He's put on an extra 10 pounds as far as the scales are concerned. You ride him a lot in track work, Angus. Do you feel that he's strengthened up now with racing? Is he improving all the time, this horse?
He definitely improved a lot. He get in a race mood, he knows what he do, and yeah, I'm looking forward for that.
Hugh Bowman, E-Universe is one of your rides on Wednesday night. Now, what he lacks in size, I guess he makes up with a bit of courage, because he was quite good in defeat last time.
He was, and he's a real racehorse. It's interesting, Nick. I rode him in his early trials when I first arrived in Hong Kong, and he gave me little or no feel at all. So I was pleasantly surprised when he raced first up and raced well. I didn't ride him that day, but I since have ridden him, and I was pleased with the feel he gave me, and with a good draw back to familiar ground at Happy Valley, he should get the run of the race. He's got natural pace, and I think he will yeah, certainly make his presence felt.
A man of your experience, Hugh, obviously I'm thinking that you had an input as far as the gear change is concerned. You only had those blinkers on last time, they now come off. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, he's very competitive horse, as I said, but he didn't show me that in the trials, so he knows what his job is, and he's only small, and you know, I just felt he was wasting energy with the blinkers on. He was up on the bridle and he was doing too much, and I thought he showed a lot of courage to continue hitting the line the way he did after sort of overdoing it a little bit in the middle stages. So if he can just relax a little more, but he was going to get that opportunity from the good draw, and you know, if he does relax a bit better, which I expect he will, he'll show a better turn of foot.
Were you impressed with his recent trial since that run?
I was. He's going well, and you know, wasn't asked to do a lot, and he doesn't show the same in the trials, as I said, as he does at the races. But he's at the right level too. You know, he's ready to win in this place, and hopefully he can.
You just mentioned to me a few minutes ago the good draw will help, but I suppose every saving of ground around Happy Valley is always a blessing.
Well, it's just vital. You know, it's just a huge advantage, and we all know that. So he goes to Wednesday night's race with that advantage.
Hugh, you've now moved to third in the Premiership. Good day at the office on Sunday, the 4 winners. Who impressed you the most? I imagine perhaps Happy Golf might be the one. He was pretty good.
I was impressed with the progression he made from his last win. He showed me just better racing manners. There was a little bit more pace on which suited him, but he had to overcome a little bit of traffic when I needed him to, and he was able to balance up, and I thought he just gave me a better turn of foot than he did in his previous win. But the horse I really like out of Sunday's race meeting is We Are Hero, and for obvious reasons I have 1-4 on him, but I just love the way he goes about business. He's found his niche at the 1,000 metres, but you know, I think in time we can see him perform well at 1,200, but he's just in a really good place and continues to climb the rankings.
Ricky, NIMBLE NIMBUS is a horse of yours that's been in such wonderful form recently and this season. Goes back to Happy Valley on Wednesday night. How has he been since scoring last start?
He's a horse that's keep improving. He's done well this season, and his form has been solid. First attempt over the same trip and the Class 2. I reckon with that good draw he had, I think he'll perform really good again.
How do you rate him now going up into this grade? Obviously, this race is that bit stronger. Sabaquina last start winner. You've got horses in there like Rise Brethren Encountered. It's tougher for him, but I guess being in such good form will stand him in good stead.
I think with Class 2, you need a draw to help him. With the lightweight, I think, as I said, it's a horse keep improving. I think he'll do the job again.
He's gone
very honest horse.
What sort of horse is he to train, Ricky? What does he do in between sort of runs? I mean, is it just a case of keeping him nice and fresh and well, or?
Oh yeah, he loves to race a little bit fresh, and he's full of life.
You're teaming up with Alexi Bedell. Alexi rides him for the first time. Is he the type of horse that is sort of an easy horse to get to know for a jockey?
He's not a typical horse to ride. I think jockey Bedell, he'll enjoy himself, you know. It's an easy ride.
I'm sure he will. You and he have already enjoyed yourself plenty this season. I must ask you, how is Voyage Bubble?
Very good as go.
Yeah.
He seems to never had a race. Magnificent horse.
He is a magnificent horse. Where does he go next, Ricky?
Most likely the Champion Mile.
Okay. And I guess taking on those better class of horses, he would have to step up naturally, but he's a very progressive horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a tough horse. Put it this way, I reckon he's a horse with a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on his way up. Eventually, he'll meet the big boys.
Yeah.
So I choose him to run against him end of the month.
Vincent, Gold Baby is a horse who's strung together a superb record this season. Back to his favourite racecourse he will go, and he was pretty good last time in victory as well.
Yeah, you know, you just keep giving, and I remember really well, and he's very fit. Galloped him yesterday. You know, all said and felt good.
He's got as good a record as any horse this year, 5 wins from 7. He's had a recent trial. on paper, yes, he finished last, and in reality, he was last, but he wasn't beaten far. Were you happy with the trial? He looked good.
Yeah, and actually at the trial he showed some speed as well, surprisingly, and you know, he's always been a bit lazy in the morning, so that's normal for him, I think.
Just given the nature of the way he races, Vincent, obviously we've seen him start that a little bit slow, get himself a little bit detached. Can you now, I imagine, ride in with that bit of confidence, knowing that he's got that finishing kick? In his early days, were you sort of a bit more in a hurry to sort of get him going, or is it more a relaxed sort of partnership now?
Yeah, but you know, it's a horse that, you know, you can basically give up the first section, just wherever he lands, wherever he is comfortable. You know, if he can't keep up, so be it. You know, but he always have a good turn of foot as long as everything goes smooth. Yeah.
Form's worked out well. Winning Ice, he was third behind you last time. He's come out and won since, so that certainly bodes quite well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, as long as we have some pace on, will be ideal, of course. If not, we'll figure something out.
Just finally, just on that connection with you and Casper, how impressed were you with your Griffin winning on the weekend, Cahola Angel? He seemed to know his job quite well, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a lovely colt. He's still a baby, but you know, he's got a great mind, a great temperament. You know, he's gonna improve a lot for sure, and improve fast because mind is everything. And yeah, it's a decent, lovely horse.